As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an... Alongside Brock Huard in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about quarterback, talk about it. Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
Throwing to start this game. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack. Well, the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. And the Steelers going for the dime look on third down. Pass play now. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now it's second down. Still sticking with the passing game. Looking right, and he finds him. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. So now, here's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Now they'll try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
And Kate, you don't have to look beyond his performance last week as really a root cause of their loss. I'm not saying the only cause. Others certainly had a hand in it too. But you aren't winning a lot of games in this league or any league if you turn it over 3 times without a touchdown to counteract them. A lot of room for him to improve this week.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's a throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. The Steelers set to punt it. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be Jets football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Looking for a throw here. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Trying to throw here out of the gun. On the move, headed right. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, New York. To rock this offense, looking sharpier in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
2nd and 13. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, running back in the flat.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Chased out to his right. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. Now here comes the New York offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
To throw here on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 36. Finds him on the slant. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Our score, 14-0. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Complete over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now. From the 48. Complete out to the right side. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll throw it again. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Barkley's got it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up. Field goal try upcoming from the Jets. A 49-yarder in front of him here. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they come away with some points on that series. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Blast through midfield. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
They go play action on first. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd and 4 coming up now. He's going to throw this one. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Well, that catch right there ended up paying off one of the longest routes he's going to run. He started on one side of the field, Kate, and he made it all the way across to the other. And at no point was he going to step off the gas. My man, though, he may need a little breathe, a little oxygen after that one.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. And it's a nickel look from the Jets, 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Jets out to begin another drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Throwing off the play fake here. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on 1st down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Connects on the crosser. Reaches the 40. At the 20. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Jets stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers. Sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. The Jets get there and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Looking for a target. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Third down. Jets are in a dime set. 6 defensive backs out there. Back to throw now. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up fourth down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. We don't get a return out of that punt, and they're going to take over possession. The Jets are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Running it now out of the gun. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll throw on first. Able to get it to Barkley. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
First down from the red zone. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Looking to the air here. And this is caught. Touchdown, New York. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jets continue piling onto this. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Throwing now on first down. Dumps it off to his running back. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Steelers.
Pass play coming here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. After the sack, another pass on second down. Forced out to his right. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. He'll throw it. Setting up the running back screen. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. 2nd and 13. The Jets get there and bring him down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Their punter making his way out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Jets headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Throwing now from the gun. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Looking to throw. Pressure's there, and the steel curtain closes on him. That brings us to the break. The Jets with a halftime lead here in East Rutherford. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Dolphins who come away victorious on the road. The Dolphins were losers in their opener, but they get back to even with the win on the road. And one final game to highlight. It's Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the third quarter. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Play action on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Back to pass on 1st and 10. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
2nd and 10 now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 5 DBs out there for the Jets. 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. They'll send out the punting unit. And this is going to be his fourth effort tonight. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Jets ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you could get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. That's played at the 43. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Steelers will take over possession. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 4 there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. He'll look to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Setting up a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now a give left side. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. They're throwing it. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the third. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now. Barkley's got it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's good for 7 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Now looking to throw. Cut out left. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 33-yard line.
Blown back gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. On him quick, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Loss of 8 brings up 2nd and 18 at the Steelers' 28-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. Throwing the out route complete. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Sets up 4th down.
Field goal try upcoming from the Jets. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the advantage now sits at 24. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. That score pushed the deficit to 24, so every opportunity to chip away at it important as they take the field. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. The Steelers have possession, but this game pretty one-sided as we start the 4th. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Pass play now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Here's a throw. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. Looking for a throw here. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Jets offense now set to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They go play action on first. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
The Steelers offense headed out. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They're out and set. First and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He's got time here. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Typically, Kate, you see dime coverage as a quarterback, you can find a completion. Right, you know what you're getting defensively. Yeah, there's a bunch of pass defenders on the field. There's usually also checkdowns and available outlets. Not that time. Excellent dime coverage behind, and just enough pressure to get home and force the sack.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And all he's able to do is get them a touch more space to the 4. Only 3 yards that time. They're left to figure out a 3rd and 15. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Nothing for them there. Maybe 1 yard. That's going to be 4th down.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
Gets this one away from a tough spot, backed up inside the end zone. Ball in his hands right around midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6.
Another carry for him. And he doesn't get much. A small pickup down to the 42. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know this is normally a passing situation on your 3rd down chart, but not unheard of to see an offense keep it on the ground and try to get the first run in. In this case, well, it's clear that going to the air would have been a better decision. That defense was dialed in to make that stop.
punt team on the field. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. You are not going to see a better punt than that. He picked the perfect angle, and it flies out of bounds at the 1. No chance at a return. The offense getting set to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Here's a give up the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He manages a gain of 8 there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Steelers.
Back to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's going to reach his own 20 before stepping out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down. He's going to throw this one. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Here's 2nd and 14. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, you do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Fits it through the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. They are throwing it again. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
The good defenses in this league, every once in a while, they could bait a quarterback into a throw. And you do that by having eyes on the quarterback. Getting to a good drop, forcing that check down, and they'd only just bait him into a completion, but they knocked him backwards after the catch.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll try and throw it here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Back to throw now. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. Throwing it again here. He's got it! And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. They'll throw it again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the defender comes away with it. And the Jets are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And this one, just a formality till the clock runs out. It's only one timeout remaining to stop it. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. This will be a nice win for the Jets, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
The give here on second. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Third and a lone yard coming up. So the win goes to the Jets. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.